The following episode is brought to you by Poison City Brewing, proud makers of Durban Poison Cannabis Lager, the beer that invites you to live your poison.
Cool. So welcome back to another episode of Sludge Underground. Tonight we have Chaos Doctrine with us. Guys, introduce yourself and who you are in the band. We will start with Alec.
Hi, Alec Sarich here, guitarist for Chaos Doctrine, budding producer, engineer, mastering engineer, whatever for the new album.
Cool.
Can you hear me?
Rory.
Hey guys, how's it? Rory, drummers, Chaos Doctrine, fucking smashing it. Looking forward to seeing all of you acts again. Yeah, Rory drums.
Hi, and this is Phil, bass guitar.
Cool. straight
And superb
to the point.
videographer, dude. You know, you got to put that in there.
Don't forget Doctor. Don't forget the Doctor.
Yeah, Phil is also backing vocalist and like Alex says, videographer and all over visual fucking genius. So don't forget that part. And then I'm Daniel, also known as Dr. D, also known as that motherfucker over there, carry that shit. I shout into a microphone.
That's fantastic. Guys, before we get started, I completely forgot. Tonight I also have Mitchell with me. He's also a member of Sludge Underground. He's also going to be conducting the interview with me. Mitch, introduce
Well, thank
yourself.
you for introducing me. All right, I'm Mitchell, guys, and I'm just one of those presenters that ask questions. That's it.
Sweet.
So, guys, let's start with Daniel as the most conversational. What kind of genre are you guys? How do you guys describe your music and who you are? What genre do you fall into, and what is your music about?
Well, let me explain it like this. We play old school death thrash with a heavy industrial twist with sort of fresher metal feel forced in there. So all of us come from different backgrounds. Phil and I are very much into old school thrash. Alec is much more into technical death metal and what we commonly refer to as gent. Rory also very old school. The band really started with a vibe to sort of take a Slayer and shove it in with a Rob Zombie to produce like a Rammstein on fucking horse steroids, like a really angry death metal, but still something you can swing your head to, something you can tap your foot to, but with a very keen industrial overlay over that. So the music is it's metal, dude. So it's about death and Satan, joke, obviously, but all the kind of darker elements of the world. Every song is about something else, but war, genocide, plague. Fuck, our brand new song coming out is about Rasputin because he falls into all of those categories. I think that gives a
They lived
pretty
a man in
cute
Russia
short
long ago.
summary. Yeah, I think he died like 102 years ago or some shit. So I can't remember. I'll have to Google that.
I'm not too sure if this was a previous member of the band or if someone who's still currently in the lineup. I kind of got confused reading it, but one of the members of the band, or one of the founding members, was originally a member of Hate Speech. Is that correct?
Yeah, that was Ralph. That was our previous drummer.
Yeah. Ralph
right.
lived down there by you guys for a while, and he played in Hate Speech.
Yeah, so he was our drummer for a couple of years, and he moved down to the Eastern Cape, and then we got Rory in.
Rory, how has your experience been filling in in a band and joining in with existing material, and how would you say your influence has sort of shaped the sound of the band?
Well, I'll tell you what, this is a very sort of professional realm for me. How can I say? Everything's set up. I go to a full setup kit. The concepts there. I tell you, I'll be very honest with you. What I am enjoying the most is just being the drummer. It's nice to have my 2 cents, but what I do really enjoy is like how the whole thing sort of shapes and molds itself. And I tell you what, there's no pulling tricks with these guys. They're old school. They do things the old way, and it's almost like like going back to your roots in a way, where it's literally for me all about the drums, and I think it's a very good fit. I'm a bit nutty, you know, so don't ever put me in an Uber with you. I'll destroy your rating flat out. But yeah, bro, it's been a crazy experience. I mean, traveling from literally, bro, from East London to Joburg at least twice a month. Like, also, every time I'm up there, like, we go to a bar or something like that. So I'm getting to experience a lot of different things as well, you know. And then as well, going back, that approach to the way they construct the music, Jenny Studios, bro. Whoa, you must check out that studio. It is like the toppest tier. So you feel like a rock star. I don't know what else to say. It's kiff, bro. It's like the best.
Yeah, dude. I just wanted to know the name of your guys' band. Like, where did you guys get the name from?
I came up with the name. Phil and I kind of struggled with it for months. So when we started this band, it was Phil, myself, and Ray originally. Ray, who also left the band at the end of last year. We had kind of the industrial concept, and we started off with the name Subhuman Race. That stuck for a little while, but it didn't stick like a band name should. So we started playing with a couple of concepts. I think what Rory alluded to is, for us, Chaos Doctrine is more than a band. It's a package. It's an image. It's a visual image. It's an auditory image. And we needed a name that supports all of that. And when we sort of came across Chaos Doctrine, it really worked for us. If you go deep into the name linguistically and semantically and so on, it's an oxymoron, really, because you cannot have a Chaos Doctrine. You cannot have chaos and doctrine together. They're direct opposites. That having said, it just really, really works with our music. It's heavy, lots of consonants in there. So it sounds cool, and it's complexity, and there's a lot to be said about it. But I don't want to put you to sleep, so let's leave it with it sounds metal.
That's the main thing. They said it sounds metal. Brutal.
Exactly.
Because a lot of the bands that we've had on for these last few episodes have had really interesting stories behind the names of their bands, and sort of it's a lot more creative than just throwing names at a wall and hoping something sticks. You know, it's interesting to see a lot more thought being put behind it, and also it conveying the band's image. It's fantastic.
Nah, exactly. I mean, you'll see if you look at our album covers, if you look at the visuals that Phil produced, that's all on YouTube. There's a lot going on, and when you watch us live as well, there's a lot going on visually, and the name has to sound like us, and it has to look like us. So the whole logo and everything that goes with the name is really a thought out and constructed image, the same way our songs are. Everything hangs together in a big coherent whole, you know?
So you said who it was, Phil, who did the editing and creating of the logo and stuff, correct?
That's it.
Phil, are you by any chance a Warhammer fan? Because I'm looking at this logo, an image that was uploaded on Facebook on June 20th, and that image kind of reminds me of something from Warhammer. I don't know if you've ever played it or if it's something that's inspired you.
Yeah, no, actually, I don't really know Warhammer at all.
All better. Like, check it out. Like, just that logo, that image reminds me, funny enough, of a force named the Chaos. So it's fitting. Like, it kind of fits.
I'll definitely check that out. Yeah, but yeah, from my side, I haven't seen that.
Which image is that? Is that the circular one? Or
yeah, it's something that's painted onto an amp, like with Chaos Doctrine, and it's got like I think it's like sort of 8 arrows pointing out.
Oh yeah, but that's the sort of universal sign for chaos.
Yeah,
so we use that. That's on our drum kit, and on a couple of things. That's not really our full logo, but we use it from time to time because that's the symbol for chaos.
Okay, that actually just taught me something new as well. That's fantastic.
Yeah. And then the doctrine side comes out. You'll see one of our logos has the Michelangelo of Moses. And that's really where the doctrine side comes in. So we combine that stuff all together again into that coherent visual whole I spoke about earlier.
No, that's fantastic. I was listening to you guys on Spotify, and I was thoroughly impressed by the music that you guys have out. Now, on Spotify, is that all you guys have released, or is there other like art or content that hasn't been released on that specific platform?
Let me take that one. Yeah, all our stuff should be on Spotify right now. Right now, we've got an album out, our debut that came out in 2018. It's self-titled. In 2019, sort of June last year, we brought out a EP that had alternative mixes of 4 of our tracks. So yeah, there's 2 albums out there on Spotify. If you go onto YouTube, there's also a couple of covers that will not be on Spotify. And then soon on the 17th, we're releasing our next single from our forthcoming second album. So there's more content on YouTube, a couple of songs, couple of covers and stuff you won't find on Spotify. But yeah, most of the stuff is there. Maybe Alec can tell you a bit about our studio. Him and the Drift practice there, and we practice there. So Alec, tell us a bit about our studio.
All right. Well, I'm an acoustic consultant by profession, and I've been in the building industry for probably at least 10 odd years, 10, 15 years. So last year, Daniel and myself and Phil and co, we sort of came up with the idea of building our own space. We're closer to home, that we could fit out the way we wanted to, and we could jam there and so on. And obviously, with my knowledge of acoustics and building, Daniel had the perfect slab, so to speak, at his premises, and I put a plan together and built it. And we kitted it out with all the gear that we've accumulated over the years as musicians. And
you can always you can't always have enough of guitars and all that stuff. Huh?
Exactly. Yeah. So we didn't sort of cordon it off as a strictly live room, control room area. It's very much a free area of you can jam in there. You can have 20 people in there watching you jam if you wanted to, but you could also, do your individual tracking, and mic up your drums and do whatever and there's a vocal booth, and we've got it all there ready to go. So that if we, firstly, as a band, wanted to record anything, with our equipment right there, we're absolutely able to do that, 100%. I've seen.
Yeah, no, well, I'm sorry. I was just going to say, I've seen, quite a few, I think it was a Foo Fighters, one of their things that they put onto the TV the one day, and they were moving, because each week they moved studios or something like that. So it was called Sonic Highways. I don't know if you've watched it.
Yes, that's right.
And they showed a graphic of how, being in the studio, how each little panel, something like that, needs to go in a specific direction, and for sound and all of that stuff.
Correct.
But hey, it's quite intense in being in that position, I must say.
Yeah, so obviously used my knowledge in terms of that, in terms of acoustics and soundproofing to get us the space that can do both, because a proper studio has quite a different sort of acoustic environment to a live room or a jam room, so to speak. So we had to keep it sort of able to produce high quality demos and albums, but still be able to jam and potentially have other bands come in and jam and or record their albums there.
No, that's fantastic. I believe I'm looking at a photograph of the space, and it looks incredible. Has it got a raised platform for the drums and everything?
That's it.
Also, just stalking there while we talk.
Yeah, no, that sounded amazing. I had to go check it out, and it looks incredible. That's astounding that you put that together
there's
yourself.
There's a braai in there, a bar in there. It really just, you can relax and enjoy your jam, and what goes out onto the garden, so you can literally, whatever, go and have a cigarette outside if you wanted to, and so on. Just enjoy, music and recording. Yes, it's a really cool space, I must say.
I'm looking at this photograph, and I have another question. Please tell me about this mic stand.
That'll go to Daniel.
So the mic stand came about completely randomly, but I've always wanted one. the first super awesome mic stand I saw was obviously Jonathan Davis of Corns. What his was designed by H.R. Giger, and H.R. Giger is dead, so we couldn't get a hold of him. So I was on Facebook, and there's this guy in Cape Town called Luke Langford, and he makes trash art, dude. Like, and I say trash liberally, bike parts, mechanical art. And he made this lamp, and I told him, my God, dude, that would look cool as a mic stand. And then 3 conversations later, we were designing this thing, and he shipped it to me. It cost me almost as much to get it here than it did to get it made, because it weighs somewhere between 25 and 35 kgs, dude. That is solid metal.
You take
There's
that to
no
gigs with
aluminium in that thing. Yeah, we took it to the Free State with us, bro. So it's
my
a
God,
proper
that
piece
is
of metal
incredible.
that you can. It's in 3 parts, so you can take it and you take it apart. It's in 3 parts, which makes it a bit easier. But it looks awesome. It goes with our industrial vibe, and I just love it, man. It's a great piece of art.
You can also beat
Functional
someone to
art.
death with it.
Yeah, very quickly. It won't take awfully long.
It's incredible.
The one time when a mic stand is heavier than all your amps, or
Yeah. So when they post those memes about vocalists not carrying anything in the band, well, fuck all those memes.
Yo,
Because I carry
you
my
are the
own mic
exception,
stand.
my dude. Like, that is incredible.
That's the one. Yeah, bro.
Like, I'm definitely going to post a picture of this alongside somewhere, and just in the lead up to this episode being released, so people have some context to what I'm actually talking about.
Please,
And,
dude. There's a lot of pictures on our Instagram. I joke. My mic stand is the most photographed member of our band. Like, every show we play, there's 10 pictures of the band and 30 pictures of the mic stand. So, but it's phenomenal. I mean, we put some LEDs in it. It just looks amazing.
it shows you who the really pretty one is, really.
Yeah, exactly. It also takes all the pressure off me, because everyone's looking at my mic stand, so I can just stand there and shout.
yeah, like, there's a distraction sort of.
Exactly.
And like, I also wanted to find out if who's kind of behind the overall look of the band, the aesthetic. I see you guys have like a general outfit. I see, Daniel, you have a certain outfit that you tend to wear as well. Is that something that was sort of unanimously decided as a band, or something that sort of came naturally as time went by?
Yeah, let me start, and we'll check what the other oaks want to say. I think it's a concept that evolved. So when we play live, I've got a coat that's tailored on Rasputin that a friend of mine made for me, and the guys usually wear the Chaos Doctrine shirt. So again, I mentioned earlier, we've got an image. The band is a package, so we don't want to just rock up in whatever we wore today and get on stage with whatever band t-shirt you have on. So the visual aesthetic is really important for us. As far as the actual the rest of the image goes, that's all full. But the way we look, I think it evolved over time.
No, that makes a lot of sense. Yes, Alec.
I would like to add to that in that when you and I'm hoping that other bands will maybe consider this, but I found with having played internationally, there's something about let's say watching either Dimmu Borgir or any of these high quality Hypocrisy, these high quality bands, Sepultura, etc. There's an image that they portray. And again, I know some of these bands because I've actually either toured with them or played shows with them and spoken to them in person. I mean, when they get on stage, that is a persona. And I find that a lot of bands don't get that. They can be, Peters, whoever, off stage, and they're the same guy on stage. And I just find that I'm so bored of that. Yeah, and I feel that, the fans may also be the audience are also bored with that. International shows are made as shows. The lighting, the visuals, the outfits, everything, are shows. That's what it's about, in my opinion. And when we decided to take this thing a little bit more seriously, it really came down to, well, can we do this and put these, not outfits, but just carry an onstage persona that sort of pushes the band a little bit further than literally rocking up there with your t-shirt and your jeans and tackies and thinking you're going to pull off a serious industrial metal show.
No, that's very interesting, Alec. You're not the first person to mention that a persona is a big part of it, is a big deal about this, and I hope people listening will actually sort of take that to heart as well. That this persona is something that makes a huge impact in your overall performance as an artist, and just your first impression or your impression to your fans as well.
You see. Like now, I want to chime in here. With me having sort of, I don't know, like sort of the newest school sort of influence, what Alex said, that really excites me because, the thing is, it's like you're playing with your peers and you're looking up to your peers, and for me, it's, I can't wait for our first show. Because I've sort of got, got an idea of the onstage persona, and I'm really into that as well. That is really a huge thing, because there's two factors in that. One, if you are ballsy and believe you the shit, you bring the shit on stage. But if you're getting off stage and you're humble and you're approachable, that energy transfer becomes more, what is the word I'm looking for? Jeepers, man. Significant. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because now, not only have you communicated on a ground level with this person, but these people have enabled you to feel something, through the visual art, through the image, everything, the package of the band. And that's something I'm so looking forward to. So Yerkes better get to the first Chaos Doctrine gig with Rory on the drums.
No, that's fantastic. It's very, very well worded as well. I do really like that the concept that you've brought up there of being balls to the wall on stage, being the man, being a badass, and being humble and approachable off stage. That is also, it's very inspiring for artists themselves, like aspiring artists. I mean, if a person wants to begin playing drums and they approach you and you're an absolute asshole, it kind of ruins that person's image of wanting to try and achieve this, or it hurts their self-esteem.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. But that's where these guys are awesome and different. Daniel had a thing that he said one day: if you surround yourself with awesome people, you have an awesome life. And like, just a quick example. I got introduced to them through Dave. Myself and Alec had met previously, but we'll tell you guys that story another time. But literally this dude out of nowhere, and they welcome me with open arms. And dude, the proof is actually in the pudding. They don't just they don't talk. They are the actual package. And I mean that's from some dude they've never met. And I'll be honest with you, it's an honor. It's a privilege to be able to do that sort of stuff with these guys. So yeah.
That's incredible. I'm pretty sure all the guys feel the same. Like that's a wonderful feeling to have, honestly.
Open arms and open whiskey bottles.
That's the way.
Oh,
Smoke.
yeah.
Well, let me say this. We released a cover of Slayer a couple of weeks ago, South of Heaven. Go check it out. It's on YouTube. And we are launching our brand new single, Father Grigori, first one of our forthcoming album, on the 17th of July. That's next Friday. So check it out. It will be all over every fucking platform you can imagine. It's thrashy, it's deathy, it's industrially, it's different to what we've done. It's better than what we've done before. We're really proud of the track, so go check it out. And one day when we can be on stage again, we will definitely be there.
Oh, that's fantastic. Coincidentally, the 17th of July, if I'm not mistaken, happens to be when this episode is going up. we usually close out the episode with a track from the band. Now, I'm not sure if you guys would be keen to have us close out on that single.
Yeah, we can do that. Let's talk. Let's just check if it coincides with the opening and the times and the dates and the official this and that. You know, I don't know what Dave's marketing plan for us was. So let's chat to Dave about it. Otherwise, we can always use something else.
No, fantastic.
There's
Yeah. So
around.
whichever. Yeah, whichever way works, whichever song you guys want to close off. Guys, before we go, where can people find you on social medias? Where can they find your band, listen to your music, and find out more about you guys?
Facebook's the easiest. We're on Instagram. We're on Bandcamp a little bit. All our stuff is on YouTube. We believe in getting all our stuff out of there for free. It's all the videos are on YouTube. The tracks are on Spotify. It's on Apple Music. It's on iTunes. It's on Google Music. So type Chaos Doctrine into Google and you will find us all over the world.
I'm stoked. Like, I've been checking you guys out for the last week as well in preparation for this. I've thoroughly enjoyed listening to you guys. I can thoroughly recommend the music as well. And yeah, Mitchell, where can people find you on social media?
You can find me on Instagram on Mitchell Tees. On Instagram, Facebook, same thing. That's pretty much it. So I'm not a huge media freak in any way. So, but I know who does.
However, I'm a social media whore. You can find me on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube as Marcel Smuts, as well as Instagram as Thorns of Sludge. And fantastic, guys. It's been Chaos Doctrine. We've had a lot of fun talking to the guys. Thank you so much for coming through and having a chat with us.
And I am here to do the devil's work. I am the devil, and I am here to do the devil's work. I am the devil, and I am here to do the devil's work.